Keeno Arrington with us here on the John Mendola Show. Keeno, let's talk about you're a basketball guy.
Yes, sir.
And then you said, hey, you know what? I'm going to try some football. I'm going to come to Lackawanna College. Let's talk a little bit about your experience. What was it like to be a Falcon?
Oh my goodness. I mean, first and foremost, I got to thank Coach Duda. It was a blessing for him letting me come compete with these guys. And going to Lackawanna, it being one of the best JUCOs in the Northeast and in the country, it was a tall order. But like one of the best things he ever told me was, we do it because it's hard. And that's one of those things I try to live that way, because if I do the hardest things, I know I'm going to be doing more than the next guy. So him actually giving me that precedent, it just made the sky the limit, and it worked out.
You see all these guys from different places when you get to Lackawanna, and that competition in practice, you got guys from everywhere. What was that like to kind of see that like right in your face? Like, wow, this guy's pretty good. That guy's pretty good.
You know what? It gives you confidence, because in practice day in and day out, those are the best guys you can see. That's not a disrespect to anybody who play. That's just, these guys are high-level guys, and everything you do is at the highest level, so why couldn't you play at the highest level?
How about the game of football? Let's talk a little bit about, that passion for it. You're a basketball guy, but football was pretty good too. So did you feel like your passion for football got a little stronger?
Oh my goodness. So that's probably the biggest thing that changed from the beginning towards the end. When I was new, it was like, I don't know if this play I should get hype on, or this play, is that an exciting play or not? But towards the end, it was like, I could celebrate with my guys. I understood where we were going. I understood like, oh, that was a big moment. That was a big play, and things like that. So my appreciation skyrocketed as like my knowledge of the game went up.
Let's talk about your development. Go back to high school positions, and now here at Lackawanna, where you played and how you kind of honed in on your craft position-wise.
Yeah, so like when I was the reason I knew I could play football kind of at a decent level, when I played basketball, I was a point guard, but I was always a larger point guard. So I prided myself on being able to pick up full court, which is kind of when you hear full court, it's like you're a DB. You're flipping your hips, you're going left, you're going right, trying to widen your release. If you hear that, that's the same as a corner does. I ended up coming to Lackawanna playing safety, and I did the same thing. So it actually really indirectly helped me with football. So once we got up here and we were working our techniques, it kind of felt like basketball at times.
We've seen some of the safeties in the previous years at Lackawanna go big time. They went to Penn State. One's with the Bears. One had a nice year again in Brown, at Penn State. How about for you? Are you just looking for the right fit? Your time at Lackawanna is coming to an end. You got to kind of make some decisions on what that next step is. But are you kind of like full steam ahead right now? You're going to play football at that next level?
Yes, sir. I want to play football at the next level. And this is another thing I was talking to Coach Duda earlier. You get a blessed opportunity to get a scholarship to play football. You get an education. You get to play the sport you love. So the school, it's one of those things I'm going to take the best fit. And I'm going to go to a place that wants me and wants to utilize me, and I'll also get my education. So I'm not too set on any certain institution right now. I just want to find the best fit for me, something.
Let's talk about growing up a little bit. We talk to Lackawanna guys all the time, and that what they learn, and having a father figure / a man nobody's messing with in Coach Duda. He is the guy and the measuring stick that says, listen, I'm going to put you in your place. I'm going to make sure that you do A, B, and C, and then D. He makes sure that it's kind of structured the way it's supposed to be. Talk about what you learned from him and from that consistency part.
It was actually really refreshing, because I said we do difficult things and we stay very regimented in what we do. So you know exactly what he expects. Like, it's one of those things he expects every day. One day you might not want to do it. One day you might want to do it, but he establishes like a level of excellence that you have to reach every day, or you don't have to be here. You don't have to be here. It's a choice to be here. It's a privilege and a blessing. So once I kind of got that mindset that it's a blessing and I got to put it in and day out, then things started working out more. You start seeing improvement. And it's just been great ever since.
How about the cohesive part of, finding guys from all across the country and the defensive backfield, you guys getting along and having some type of relationship that you think will continue for years to come, no matter, if somebody goes down to Georgia or Kansas or Ohio or wherever they end up?
Yeah, we touched on it briefly earlier. It's one of those things when practice is so difficult, all you can lean on is your guys. You can't lean on yourself. You can't just run away. You know what I'm saying? You lean on your guys, and everybody kind of feels the same way. Everybody, when they get there, you're looking around like, "I'm the only guy who feels like this." He's like, "No, I feel that way too." Then you get that bond, and once you go play somebody else, everybody comes together as one unit, and that's why we get successful.
Let's talk about your ceiling. How high can you go in what you do in the game of football, as far as, where you at with your, agility level, your, being a ball hawk, your heart. Tell us a little bit about where you feel you are and where do you think that's going?
To be humble about it, I just think what I'm doing is unprecedented just because I was a basketball player and started to play football. And usually the big stigma with that is basketball players are athletic, but they're also soft. I try to pride myself on being like, I'm not a tough guy, but I'll get handled. That's what I like to pride myself on. But then I take the basketball athleticism. I then mix that with the Lackawanna, the structure of the program and playing great guys day in and day out. So I don't know what my ceiling is, but I'm very excited to try and reach that.
Great to catch up with you. We wish you the best with your family and friends, and of course, fellow Falcons over the holidays. Good to catch up with you.
Yes, sir.